My name is Eric, and I'm one of the inventors and one of the members of the Woodside Guitar Company. Today, I'm coming to you from Bangkok, Thailand, in the world-renowned AYADAGUITARS guitar shop. It's a great shop. I encourage any of you and all of you, if you have any interest in classical guitar, come on over and talk to the wonderful staff here. You can try a number of different guitars. You can buy guitar accessories, strings, services, guitar lessons, anything in the world of classical guitar. This is the place to come. They're a great bunch of guys, so just come on over, introduce yourself, and get to know them over here. They're your great resource for classical guitar. And I'm here today to talk with you about the Woodside GuitarSupport. Some of you may know about this already, but we've up to now not really done a very detailed explanation of how to set it up, how to use it, and also explain some of the reasons for some of the design decisions that we made. Now, today in our video, we're going to reference the GS3, which is actually just coming out now. But everything we say is pretty much true of the GS2 and even as far back as the GS1. So the things that you'll learn today will apply to your guitar support model, no matter which model you have. The Woodside GuitarSupport is born out of our own experiences of being guitar players and having different kinds of guitar supports throughout the years. And along with that, experiencing different problems that we had with these guitar supports. So what we tried to do with the Woodside is we tried to make a design that addressed as many of those kinds of concerns and drawbacks that we had experienced with other guitar supports. We had to make design decisions based on one key principle, which for us was having adjustability, having the ability to configure this uniquely for each player's body type and their playing position. That meant that in some cases it would be in favor of complexity instead of simplicity, just because in order to get that adjustability, we had to put in, some people might think are a little complicated. And so I would say that if you become the owner of a Woodside GuitarSupport, be prepared to invest some time experimenting with it. Experiment with different positions, different angles, different configuration that you can do with this. Taking advantage of that will pay you great rewards because you'll be able to get the guitar exactly in the position that suits you and your body type and your playing style. So first and foremost, let me say that we use a clamping system. Okay, so the GuitarSupport clamps with these 4 points on the body of the guitar. Let me just show you on a guitar where this usually mounts. For most players, it'll mount here. Now, someone can move the GuitarSupport here or here. There's a wide range of positions, which also you can experiment with and get the right position for you. Some people have asked us, well, will that damage my guitar? And my answer would be no, because where it grips is really close to this edge here, and you're pushing up against the side of the guitar. If you ever see the inside of a guitar, look at some construction videos or books, you'll see that this is very strong. There's reinforcement all the way, there's little angle blocks all the way along here and all the way along here. So when you're clamping on this part of the guitar, you're clamping at the part where the guitar is actually the most strong. If you're worried about affecting your sound, there's no movement here in the soundboard. So where the GuitarSupport grips, there's virtually no movement there. All your vibration is in this part of the soundboard. It's not here. Another special feature about the Woodside, which is that we do have the gripping system, but our grippers are unique. In fact, they're even patented, that they can pivot. Okay, each gripper can pivot. And so the reason for that is that when you tighten down the GuitarSupport, this pivoting allows the force to be equal between this pair and this pair. So if your guitar has some taper to it, or even just some variation in the way it was manufactured, these will sort of float and they'll allow the guitar to grip equally on all 4 points. Let me just take a moment and show you basically how this clamps onto the guitar. I would normally hold the guitar upside down and put it on as so this is in the unclamped position, and then this is clamped like that. You have to adjust it tighter like this way, or looser like this, to get it to match the width of your guitar. you can move it around. There's a lot of locations you can use to get the angle that you want for your playing style. Another really cool thing about this guitar support is that there's a ball and socket. This is the socket, this is the ball, which allow you to position your guitar support in the position that you like. The cradle goes onto the ball, and then the retaining cup is this guy here. Okay, and he tightens up like this. Okay, so it's loose to move around. Now I should mention that this actually offers 13 degrees one way or the other. In this direction, forward and backward, or side to side. You've got 13 degrees in all directions you can work with. But once you get the position you want, you tighten up, and it will squeeze down onto the ball end rod. And then once you tighten it, you probably have to tighten it pretty tight. Now it's going to be fixed into position. Okay, so this is another one of those things that you can experiment with, and you should, to get the position that you want. And then once you got it, your guitar's set up for you. Some players, maybe they hold the guitar in a much more vertical position, and for that we've got another accessory we call the AB1, which stands for angle block. First of all, here's the accessory, okay? It doesn't come with your unit. It's an accessory you have to buy separately if you want this. But we're going to show you what the result is by using this. So here is a unit where we've got the AB1 installed, and you can see it's a much steeper angle. And I'll compare that to the standard unit, which you see, here's the difference. You've got about 25 degrees more, and of course you can vary that with the 13-degree variation in the ball socket. So let me show you how this looks when you're playing guitar and how this could affect your playing position. Okay, now let me take a moment and show you what these look like using the angle block and not using angle block, so you can see the difference in how the guitar is positioned. Start off with a normal unit, stock unit, just as you purchase a GS3. This one does have the long collar in place. We'll talk about that a little later. So I've got it adjusted already, clamp into position, and now I'm ready to play my guitar. This is what you've got, okay? And a lot of people play in this position. It's quite standard. Now let me show you the playing position if I've got the AB1 installed. Now right away you can see the angle is much more severe, but that really comes into play quite nicely if you like to hold the guitar in the upright position. And so with the AB1, you see I've got a very upright position. In fact, if I move this further down the bout, I can have even more upright. Or I can lower it this way on the bout, have it less upright. Basically, it's a starting point is quite different, 25 degrees different. So I can now play much more this vertical position, which is becoming more popular for a lot of players. You can try it yourself. Maybe you'll like it. Now, another important aspect is that you can adjust the height. Okay, so the standard unit with the standard collar, it's fairly short, okay? I think it suits most people, but it can extend up to about this high. Okay, so this is the height range you have with the standard unit. Now let me show you with the longer collar what the height looks like. And the longer collar is called the extended collar. It does come with the standard unit. You just remove the small collar and put the longer collar in place. And you remove your thumb screw from the short collar, put it on the longer collar. So here you can see the range is like 40 additional millimeters or so. Okay, so for most people, that's quite a bit of height. Okay, that comes with the standard product. You can have the short collar or the long collar. Now, some people actually want even more height. And for that, we have this accessory that's called the HLK2. It's about 30 millimeters longer. Somebody could get enough height difference just by changing out the collar. Again, you have to move the thumb screw to this other extra long collar. And then for people that want even more height, in that case, you have the extra long extender rod. And that you have to remove this one and put this one in its place. Now for that, there's two small tools. These are included with the with the lift kit. So you've got a wide range of height possibilities, even with the standard unit, and all the more so if you buy the HLK2, what we call the lift kit. So let me show you what your experience will be like. So it takes me, what's that, about 10 seconds. It's on, I'm ready to go. I'm all set up, it's in the position I want. I don't need to fuss around at all. So I do my practice session or my performance. When I finish, unclamp it, put my guitar away, set my guitar support down. Simple, easy, convenient, comfortable, and it should help you to get the most out of your guitar playing. I hope you buy one and I hope you enjoy it.